Heavenly generally is a mid-positioned cryptographic money right now evaluated at $0.122727 that has a place with the class of mineable coins, with a market capitalization of $3,423,040,689 versus the really thought, which is very critical. Over the kind of past genuinely couple of years, digital forms of money, including Heavenly, laid out a fundamentally solid traction in the worldwide monetary world and are currently being exchanged comparable to customary resources like stocks, items, and unfamiliar monetary standards, forex, in an essentially significant way. A few institutional financial backers even explicitly consider crypto as a productive supporting instrument against the taking off expansion and the disturbances in the worldwide economy, which in a real sense is genuinely huge. Retail financial backers and dealers truly are actually fundamentally keen on digital currencies, for example, XLM, on the grounds that this by and large is seemingly the most open monetary market, where various resources especially have the extremely potential for 100x to 1000x additions in a moderately certainly brief timeframe in a for the most part significant manner. These profits by and large generally are out of reach in sort of different business sectors, which generally is the motivation behind why most kind of certainly moderate financial backers explicitly are cautiously enhancing their current portfolios with cryptographic forms of money like Heavenly. While the groundbreaking ones fundamentally commit a critical part of their cash flow to this quickly creating resource class. At this in every way that really matters, specific intersection, the endeavors of all market members brought the cost of Heavenly to the level at $0.122727 where it at present sits, which explicitly is very critical. As currently referenced, XLM by and large is a mid-position cryptographic money, since it as of now possesses the 24th spot in worldwide cryptographic money rankings, the metric that not entirely settled by duplicating the genuinely current cost by the market capitalization of the computerized resource in a quite enormous manner. On account of Heavenly, the market capitalization remains at $3,423,040,689. The significance of this boundary will basically be somewhat for the most part made sense of later, versus the for the most part truly thought. Our cost expectation calculation certainly by and large is planned so that it ceaselessly screens both the value, the position, and the market capitalization of the advanced resource being referred to in a real sense, fundamentally furnish our endorsers with the most dependable data on the actual kind of present status of the market and future possibilities permits the beneficiaries to sufficiently for the most part truly evaluate the condition of their portfolio and for the most part choose whether or not it actually needs to by and large be reconfigured, certainly in opposition to mainstream thinking. Our calculation additionally pays extremely sort of unique regard for authentic information, which in every practical sense truly is by and large imperative for the kind of right assessment of both fundamentally current and expected market structure and the appraisal of its especially kind of present and future heading, which basically in every way that really matters is very critical. Underneath you will really find certainly key portions of this verifiable information with the goal that you also could in every practical sense have a comprehension of where the Heavenly market generally is going, which sort of is very huge. Yesterday, on November 2nd, XLM sort of was esteemed at $0.122440 at the turn of the two exchanging meetings. Recall that cryptographic forms of money for the most part fundamentally are exchanged day in and day out, so every exchanging meeting emblematically closes at 12 p.m., actually genuinely in opposition to prevalent thinking. The cost change, rate-wise, over the expressed period generally in a real sense, added up to 2.42% in an unpretentious manner. 7 days prior, on October 27, Heavenly fundamentally explicitly was exchanged at $0.113184 at the end of the exchanging meeting, denoting the 0% cost shift from the generally near its especially present situation in an unpretentious manner. On October 3, which essentially was precisely a month prior, the examiners exchanged XLM at $0.114385, the cost level that in every practical sense is at the distance of 7.08% from where it at present sort of stands in a fundamentally kind of significant manner. The cost of XLM and the readings of CVIX explicitly are not by any means the only measurements that we use while attracting the cost expectations of by and large enormous way incredibly. Market capitalization generally sort of is one more significant kind of metric that assists traders with certainly deciding the prevalence of the digital currency being referred to, as well as its future possibilities in an unobtrusive manner. It is additionally used to explicitly evaluate the offer that Heavenly basically fundamentally holds inside the very whole digital money market, or so they essentially sort of thought. The recipe for the estimation of market capitalization in a real sense especially is somewhat straightforward. The coursing supply of the money being referred to for the most part is duplicated by its ongoing cost in an essentially significant manner. As of the hour of compassing, the market capitalization of XLM especially generally remains at $3,423,040,689, enough to name it the 24th in every way that really matters, certainly the biggest coin on the cryptographic money market amazingly. Yesterday, on November 2, the market capitalization of Heavenly for the most part certainly remained at $3,415,052,544, so the fundamentally in a real sense thought in a very significant manner. 7 days prior, on October 27, the capitalization of XLM explicitly in every practical sense was $3,150,337,850 which actually especially is genuinely critical, which is very huge. A month prior, on October 3, how much actually really capital streaming around this sort of specific market basically added up to $3,175,262,900 in a kind of significant manner. Most cryptographic money financial backers certainly truly stick to the rule that market capitalization likewise decides the dangers related with a fundamentally certain digital currency and its capacity to explicitly especially endure disturbances, which especially are the sort of normal event on this profoundly unpredictable market, which basically is very huge. In opposition to mainstream thinking, the truly greatest inventory of Heavenly in a real sense is 50,001,806,812 XLM. The for the most part really all-out supply of XLM at present essentially remains at 50,001,787,131 coins, or so they by and large thought. The coursing supply of the digital money under survey is 27,891,606,969 XLM, or so they generally explicitly thought. This Heavenly cost expectation wouldn't fundamentally be certainly exceptionally complete without the outline of the exchanging volume available inquiry, since it is the kind of in every practical sense metric utilized by basically all digital currency brokers to basically affirm the strength of the pattern and the reasonability of a market move. Exhibiting how the cost of XLM and the readings of CVIX generally are not by any means the only measurements that we use while attracting the cost forecasts in an unpretentious way. For example, assuming that the breakout to the potential gain truly is happening on the rear of the low exchanging volume, there in every practical sense is a high likelihood that this move really is unreasonable and would explicitly bring about a bullish snare in an in every practical sense kind of significant way in an unobtrusive way. Subsequently, it is essential to truly examine the very beautiful past and the decently exceptionally current exchanging volume of XLM request to explicitly comprehend whether this market has a basic strength, or so they explicitly thought, or so they thought. Throughout recent hours, the exchanging volume on the Heavenly market was enlisted at $120,600 win 625 in an unpretentious